Today I wanted to make a video on this subject. What if Excalibur, right, or your dream knife, is just a term that I would use that a lot of people understand already. What if this Excalibur, what if your dream knife, which just has all the attributes you're looking for, all the things you're looking for, what if that really existed, right? Or you can think it like this, well, if I wanted to design a knife, what would that look like, right? Well, now, what if you found that in another company? What if you found that in a place or a store and you bought it, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, this blade is everything I'm looking for. It checks all the boxes. It checks all the aesthetic boxes, the way it looks, the way it feels, the thickness, maybe even the price, maybe the exclusivity, the rarity, the everything about it, right? The materials, right? What if all of that was displayed in a knife and you bought it, right? So what would you do? Well, obviously you'd buy it, right? So that's kind of what happened to me. I was looking for a knife with certain attributes. I wanted a Bowie blade shape, and I wanted a big knife, and all of a sudden, I was watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos. You know how knife guys do it. You watch a crap ton of YouTube videos, and then you find out, wow, I really want that knife. How much is that? You find out the price, you're like, holy cow, why? Why is that so expensive? And then you go down a rabbit hole, and sometimes that rabbit hole lasts days, weeks, months, years, however long it is, until something happens where the stars align and you are able to purchase that knife you were looking for. And that feeling you get, I know when I found this, I was looking on DLT Trading, right? I would always look up videos, oh, XM24, or I would look it up on Google, XM24 in stock. I know it wasn't going to happen, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to check anyway. What happened was I looked on DLT Trading. I just want to look at the knife I'm looking for, right? And I knew I wanted a Bowie one, and I know they didn't really make them. And I was like, well, a man could just dream, right? So I was looking, and I scrolled down. I clicked the DLT Trading, and I clicked the Hinder, and then I clicked the box that they have for the 24s where they sell them. And if you don't know, this is the biggest knife Hinder knives makes it also probably one of the harder ones to get in their lineup because they don't make it as much as, let's say, the XM18, right? So yeah, anyway, this is the big boy. It has the 4-inch blade. It's huge, right? Anyways, that's a little bit about that if you don't know. So I was scrolling down, and then I saw out of stock, right? All the different colors, blue G10, green G10, you name it, stonewash, working finish, whatever. And then I saw one that was in stock on the bottom of the page, and something happened in my mind where it blew up, and I realized, okay, if I'm going to get this knife I've been drooling over for a year or two, I'm going to get it right now because I have a little tiny window to pull the trigger. And you know what I did? I pulled the trigger. And then I had that feeling, I cannot believe I got one. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited, like you almost like lose sleep over it because like, oh my gosh, this knife I've been looking for, which, you know, might as well not even exist. I find the Excalibur. What I made in my mind, the Excalibur, I got one. And then when it comes in the mail, holy moly, man. You get that bad boy in your hand, and you're like, I have wielded the sword of legends. I have the Excalibur, right? And so it was pretty cool. I was able to get my dream knife, which was the XM24, and I was surprised that I was able to get a working finish one, which I always thought was pretty neat looking. I remember looking at pictures, oh, I would get a working finish one, right? And, you know, it was a pretty cool journey for me. It really sparked my ultra high-end production knife journey of trying to obtain the Hinders, right? Trying to obtain these awesome overbuilt, aggressively hard to find knives, right? And it just sparked this whole thing. And because I got this, I'm like, oh, you know what? I can get other stuff, you know? And it was like almost like I upgraded in my knife collecting, which obviously doesn't make any sense. But the crazy thing is, I went from a Spyderco Yojimbo 2 in 20CV as DLT Trading exclusive as being one of my most high-end knives, along with this ZT I had, right? Sorry, I'm trying to get in that camera. And I was like, wow, these guys are cool, right? I went from this with the pricing and the availability to this. And it was just one of those things where I had to pull the trigger. And I'm so glad I did, because I ended up turning into a huge Hinderer fan. And it's all because I was able to get the knife I wanted. So it's just one of those cool things where it almost feels like the stars align and you're able to get what you've always wanted. And I got it, right? Obviously, if you guys don't know, they don't come in micarta usually. This is a custom, not a custom. This is an aftermarket micarta scale that Hinderer does make. This is the green micarta textured version. They also make it in a smooth version. They also make a burgundy, which is really, really nice. Burgundy micarta and textured and smooth, and also a natural micarta textured smooth, and I think also a black micarta textured or smooth. So yeah, lots of options. I really like the way this looks. I think eventually, if it happens, I will get a textured stonewash titanium scale, kind of like you see here. I'll get one of those for this one, and then I'll be like, okay, this one's done. On the lock side, as you can see, I have a half horse flame titanium pocket clip and matching filler tab. I was able to score these on the Rick Hinderer website. So yeah, this is a really cool build. It really just upgraded the Excalibur for me, right? And the funny thing is, the Excalibur, the Dream Knife, grew into Dream Knives, and I ended up getting more than I wanted, or more than I thought I could have, rather. And it's just cool because this kind of just opened up a window for me to be able to, like, okay, now I know how to get these Hinderers, right? You just got to be adamant about how you go on websites, and you have to be adamant about who's going to drop what, at what time, who, what, when, where, why, right? And it's just cool. It's just a really cool hobby, especially with any hobby, if you get something that you've always wanted and you're able to get it, right, to obtain it. It's just such a cool feeling. That's pretty much about it, guys. I just wanted to share that kind of cool story of getting the Dream Knife and having it actually be something in your collection that kind of shines. Yeah, I ended up going down, if you guys don't know, I ended up going down a rabbit hole of being a huge Hinderer fan. I have more Hinderers. I'm not going to show them on camera yet, because I'm going to do a separate video for that. Let me know down, guys, in the comments, not comics, whatever I said. In the comments, what are your Excalibur knives? Have you obtained one? Have you gotten one you've always wanted? The Dream Knife, right? The Dream Knives, plural. Let me know, what do you look for in knives, right? What are the specifications? Like, what are the attributes? What are the availabilities of them? Stuff like that. I'd be really interested to read them and reply, you guys. That's basically about it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I might do more like this. Yep. Take care, guys.